A short introduction to Dr. Michael Heiser, Demons, Nephilim, and Evil. Dr. Michael Heiser was an influential biblical scholar and theologian known for his research into ancient Near Eastern texts, the Hebrew Bible, and how these connect with spiritual beings, particularly demons, Nephilim, and concepts of evil. His work often emphasized the importance of understanding ancient contexts to properly interpret the scriptures. Key concepts related to demons, Nephilim, and evil. First, divine counsel. Heiser often discussed the concept of a celestial hierarchy, which places God at the top with a divine council of lesser gods or spiritual beings. This idea is rooted in texts like Psalm 82, where God stands in the assembly of the mighty. Heiser argued that understanding this council helps clarify the roles of various spiritual entities, including demons. 2. Nephilim. Heiser examined the enigmatic figures of the Nephilim, mentioned in Genesis 6:1-4. He proposed that they are the offspring of the sons of God, interpreted as divine beings, and the daughters of men. He interpreted this as a significant event that had implications for the spread of evil on earth. According to Heiser, the Nephilim represent a merging of the divine and human realms, contributing to the corruption that led to the flood. 3. Understanding demons. In Heiser's view, demons are not merely personifications of evil, but rather spiritual beings that have rebelled against God. He traced their origins through biblical texts, linking them to the Watchers, angels who descended to earth and took human wives, leading to the emergence of the Nephilim. He argued that the New Testament references to demons align with the idea of these fallen beings continuing their opposition to divine order. 4. Evil in the biblical narrative. Heiser emphasized that evil is not a dualistic force, but is instead understood in the context of rebellion against God's authority. He highlighted that while evil exists and manifests through various means, including human action and spiritual entities, it is ultimately subject to God's sovereignty. 5. Cultural context. A significant part of Heiser's scholarship involved exploring how ancient Near Eastern cultures understood their pantheons and spiritual beings, allowing for a richer interpretation of biblical texts. He argued that a proper understanding of these cultural elements could shed light on the nature of evil and spiritual warfare as depicted in the Bible. 6. Spiritual warfare. Heiser frequently spoke about the concept of spiritual warfare, focusing on the belief that Christians are engaged in an ongoing struggle against these spiritual forces. He encouraged believers to understand their authority and identity in Christ as they confront evil. Conclusion. Dr. Michael Heiser's contributions to the study of demons, the Nephilim, and evil provided a framework that emphasized the connection between ancient cultural contexts and biblical texts. By approaching these topics from a scholarly perspective, he encouraged a deeper understanding of how these concepts interact in the biblical narrative and their implications for contemporary faith and spiritual life. His work continues to influence discussions around spiritual beings and the nature of evil in both academic and church settings.